What's up, guys? We are back. It's been a while since I filmed a video, honestly, but we have our ceremonial. I have a Coke Zero this time. As you can see, we have a different haircut. This was an accident, but hair grows back. I hope it's not too terrible. But today's video is Big Book Summer. So with me finishing Infinite Jest earlier this year, and I finished a couple books since then, but I really just wanted a couple just longer books that I can just dive into and kind of immerse myself in, as opposed to just reading like a stack of books. It's always nice getting through like a good amount of books, but at the same time, sometimes like you read so many and they get all jumbled up together. I just wanted something long, interesting, that I could just immerse myself in, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So it is still May, but I wanted to get a head start on Big Book Summer because I did have a few, and we'll just jump right into it. The first one being The Mount of Monte Cristo. This one is one that I've been actually looking at for a while. As you can see, I did already start this. I'm about halfway through. I'm on page 555, and it is a 1,200 page book. So almost halfway through, just 50 pages under, just about. I started this on April 15th. Oh shit, it's been exactly a month. Well, almost a month. It's May 14th today. So almost to the date. I mean, I guess at this pace, probably take me about one more month to finish it. And let me just say, this is shaping up to be probably one of the best books I've read this year. Honestly, didn't really know what to expect. On the back, it kind of gives it away a little bit. Thrown in a prison for a crime he has not committed, Edmond Dantes is confined to a grim fortress. There he learns of a great herd of treasure hidden on the Isle of Monte Cristo, and he becomes determined not only to escape, but also use the treasure to plot the destruction of the three men responsible for his incarceration. Dumas' epic tale of suffering and retribution, inspired by a real-life case of wrongful imprisonment, was a huge popular success when it was first serialized in the 1840s. So, very old book, to say the least. But even though it kind of gives away a lot, I didn't really know what to expect. And honestly, so much happens. Like his actual, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but his actual time imprisoned was only like the first 200-ish pages, I want to say, if that. So I really didn't know what to expect, and it's like, how much can you really say? But it is a very easy to follow story. It's it doesn't, I mean, there's a little bit of filler, but not much, and it's just very nice and easy to follow. You could kind of pick it up and put it down at your own leisure, and so far it's just given me what I wanted, just something to immerse yourself in. Just because like Infinite Jest, there was so many notes and so many footnotes, and you just had to pay attention to, it felt like, almost every detail and go back and forth in the book. This isn't like that at all. It is very easy to follow. You could jump in and out of it, and it's very like dramatic, and you kind of know what's gonna happen, but at the same time you don't, so it keeps you very intrigued the whole time. The characters are very fleshed out, and you understand everyone's intentions. Not to say you agree with everyone's actions, but you understand their intentions behind their actions, and it's just really amazing. And then the main character, obviously Edmund, it almost, once he escapes prison and kind of settles into his new life, it almost kind of switches main characters, and then it gets to a point where there's almost like no main character, and you're just kind of floating around like multiple people's lives. It's very interesting how it's written. I've never really read a book like that, so yeah, I've just been loving it so far, and honestly, I don't really want it to end. It feels like I've barely started to read it, but it's also felt like I've read it for like a long time now, which is a very interesting feeling, but I almost don't want it to end. Next book on the list for Big Book Summer, East of Eden by John Steinbeck. This book, there is a lot of Colosseum Books references on this channel. Another one yet again. Even this video itself, Big Book Summer, I got the idea from him. I forgot who he got the idea from, but I think it originated from someone else. But East of Eden, this was a book that was featured on Matt's channel, and this one, honestly, this is such a beautiful copy of it. Like, just like the I love when like books, I don't know if you can see this, but like when books have like this like texture and like the ridges, it's just super nice. But and I'm also like kind of a freak when it comes to like printing, and this has like the perfect size print on the pages as far as like the text. But what really intrigued me about this book, so it is about these two families, and they moved to, and this is all just what I got from reading about the book, that moved to California, which I'm from California, so I can't say that I've read a book that takes place in California. I don't think so. So I'm just interested in seeing kind of like how it depicts it. I feel like I'm from a very particular part of California that's a little bit different than everywhere else, but nonetheless interested in how it's depicted. And even like on the inside cover, like it says, Steinbeck created his most mesmerizing characters and explored his most enduring themes: the mystery of identity, the inexplicability of love, and the murderous consequences of love's absence. So this all around very intriguing, and it's one of the books that like isn't too long. So like when I say Big Book Summer, I'm talking like 500 plus pages. This one is 601, so it's right there. It is a pretty thick boy, but interested to see this one. Last book on the list is Demons by Dostoevsky, and I've read a couple of his books so far. I've read Crime and Punishment. That one definitely top 5 on the list of like books that I've read this year. Loved it. I've read White Nights. Wasn't too big on that. I read Notes from Underground. I wasn't too big, like I didn't like love Notes from Underground, but it was a book that I feel like captures Dostoevsky's writing style and kind of sets the stage for the rest of his books. So there is value into reading that book. I would almost argue you should probably read it first. But Demons, one of his bigger books, I believe, apart from the Brothers Karamazov. This book is coming in at a little over 700 pages, so perfectly fits my diameters for big book summer. But the back of this book reads, inspired by the true story of a political murder that horrified Russia in 1869, Fyodor Dostoevsky conceived Demons as a novel pamphlet in which he would say everything about the plague of materialist ideology that he saw infecting his native land. What he emerged with in 1872 was at once his darkest novel until The Brothers Karamazov and his most ferociously funny. For alongside his relentlessly escalating plot of conspiracy and assassination, Demons, which earlier translators titled The Possessed, is a blistering comedy of ideas run amok. And like all of Dostoevsky's novels, it is also a riot of literary voices whose profusion, energy, and variety are rendered wonderfully in this new English version. So from that, it kind of gives me Crime and Punishment vibes, which I loved. So hopefully this one lives up to that standard. Got this specific translation. I might butcher these translators' names, but Peviar and Volokansky. But I've tried reading Crime and Punishment, one translation, wasn't big on it, and then I read I started their translation. I swapped it, and it was amazing. So really excited to get into this one as well. I don't know, after I finish the Count of Monte Cristo, I don't know which one between East of Eden and Demons I'll start with next, but I'll kind of play it by ear. But yeah, all three of these books I'm super excited to get into. I will be doing reading updates, reviews, of course, for all the books as I go. The Count of Monte Cristo, I'll probably wait until I finish the book to give it a review. I pretty much gave my halfway update already in this video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll try to start posting a little bit more consistently on this channel. I am thinking of starting a second channel for other topics of some other interests that I have, because I want to kind of keep this channel a little bit more exclusive to books and that sort of topic. If you are interested, I do have a blog that I will link, and I also do have a Substack that is jiu-jitsu related. I don't know if any of you guys are jiu-jitsu practitioners, but the Substack is solely jiu-jitsu, and my blog is a little bit more ranged as far as books, philosophy, EDC, just things in that category that I find interesting. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.